Hey YouTube, well, finally got a chance to go out on my bike. Just on my way down now to a place called Nai Harn. Gonna do a little bit of filming. Okay, we're at Nai Harn. Just set the bike up, Kawasaki Z1000. I've sort of owned it for about 3 months. Actually bought it before I arrived, mainly because they got an offer on a Kawasaki Phuket, and I'm glad I did, because they've actually now, this model discontinued and they're now doing the Kawasaki Z1000R, but the bike has actually gone up in price, so it's actually 79,000 baht more now than what it was when I bought mine. It's actually pushed up the price of my bike, because if you want a Z1000 now, a brand new one, that's the only one they do, so you're going to have to pay 79,000 baht more, which I think in UK money is about £2,500 more. I was lucky with the deal. I had a very good deal on my bike. I actually know the manager down at Kawasaki in Phuket because I bought my other bike from him. He's a really nice guy. He done me a good deal on the bike. Kawasaki had got an offer at the time on the bike anyway, so I was more than pleased with it. I've changed a few parts on the bike, as you probably can see. I've changed the exhaust system, basically just the end cans at the moment. I've put some SP engineering stubby carbon Moto GP exhaust end cans on it. I want to change the whole system, probably next year, take away the cat right from the front, the headers all the way through, obviously keeping the cans that I bought, but for now I'm very pleased with the difference from the stock exhaust to the exhaust that I've bought from SP Engineering, and I would recommend this exhaust system. Definitely recommend the exhaust system. It's got a lovely sound to it. On tick over it sounds very much like the stock exhaust, not too loud, and that's what I was looking for. I didn't want something that was stupidly loud when you just on tick over. It attracts too much of attention to the bike, but once you get off tick over, start to rev it up, the sound deepens and it's got a lovely tone to it. Rather than screaming, it's got a nice deep tone to it. I'm going to try and record the sound of it. I put a tail tidy on it, one that I actually bought from China, and it's got a nice little detail on the back with the Z logo actually on the top of the number plate light. So that's nice, a nice little touch, and it's an LED light underneath as well. I do want to change the indicators at some time, put some nice LED ones on it if I can. Basically the bike's still in pre-registration, and that's why it's the red number plate on it. And when you buy a bike out here, you have to wait for the registration to come through of the bike, so they give you one that's like a temporary registration until you get the white number plate. I've also changed the front radiator grille. I've put a monster grille on it, which I think looks quite nice, and obviously protects the radiator. I've also put some decals on the wheels, which I ordered from Moto Inks in America. The radiator guard I bought out here in Thailand, but the graphics for the wheels I ordered online and then brought over with me to be fitted onto the bike, which I've done, and I'm quite pleased with the way the bike looks. I've also now managed to finally fit the K&&N filter to go with the exhaust, and it's made a big difference. I did initially notice that when I fitted the exhaust to start with, there was a very slight miss on tick over. When you went to rev it up, there was a very slight hesitation rather than a miss in the throttle response, and it was very minor, but it was something that I had noticed from the stock exhaust, changing it and putting the end cans on. But since I've put the K&&N filter in, that's gone, completely gone, and the sound of it now is really nice. It's got a lovely tone to the exhaust, and the induction roar, oh, it sounds beautiful when it's running. Currently looking for some new mirrors for the bike. Not that I dislike the standard mirrors, they're actually not too bad. You can actually see with them. I did order some mirrors which I ordered from Germany, and they're very small. They're actually a little bit smaller than I realised. They look really nice, but they're not practical out here because you really need to be able to see what's coming up behind you out in Thailand. The driving out here, you're really relying on your mirrors. Yeah, you can turn your head, but it's an advantage if you can actually see out your mirrors. And the ones, unfortunately, that I've bought for the bike, they wouldn't serve that purpose. They're more for a show. I'm not really sure on the style. I don't want the ones that fit on the end of the handlebars. They were on my last one, and they were okay, but in hindsight, I don't want to put them on this one. So, yeah. Few things that I want to change next year. As I say, I'm going to put the complete exhaust system on and get rid of the cat. I also want to put a power commander on it. I'm going to have it remapped. Probably have to take it up to Bangkok or Hajai to have that done because there's no rolling road out in Phuket, unfortunately. So yeah, those are the few things that I want to do. Probably put a gear indicator on it at some point because again it's an advantage to. I know some people say, oh, you don't need them, this, that and the other, but it depends on where you're riding and how you're riding, and it can be an advantage over here to know what gear you're in. This bike doesn't struggle so much if you're in the wrong gear because it's got a very torquey engine. If you're going very slowly and you happen to be in 5th gear, you can still accelerate. It will pull, obviously, because it's 1000cc. It's got the torque. This bike's just a torque monster, to be honest. Some people don't rate the Kawasaki Z1000, but I have to say that the power of this machine is, well, it's more than enough for the roads over here. Cannot believe the acceleration that it produces in 5th or 6th gear. You don't really need to change down gears to accelerate away or to go around something. The torque comes in at something like about just over 2000 RPM, which is unbelievable. And when I say it comes in, it really comes in. Why did I go for the Super Naked rather than the Super Sports? I just feel that they're more suitable for the roads that I'm riding on. I love the Super Sports bikes. I've rode many different ones over the years, and I seriously considered buying a Super Sports over here. I couldn't get the one that I was after, to be honest, because there's some problems with importing certain models and bikes in Thailand. They don't always import the full range, so you're a bit restricted on some of the models that you can buy out here.